Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Bergamo on Sunday. I don't think I'll be using many words this morning, but you never know. What if all there was everlasting life and everlasting love? What if? What if everlasting life or everlasting being was just about timelessness? Just timelessness. And that's what we do when we sit in the silence, moment by moment, in the realization of the presence of God and the presence of our being. That's it. That's all there is presence and the realization, the recognition of our very being. And here we are in this earth plane, in this dimension. And if we sit without meditation long enough, we'll find that we will have every ailment and everything that hits the earth, and we will be disturbed by whatever's out there. And when we come back in and we stop and we, just in that split moment, snap our fingers, blink our eyes, become consciously aware of that presence, we find that we are in another dimension. We're above this material realm. What the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the Master calls a butterfly. Many times we look around at ourselves or those around us and we go, what is this all about? And as David Wilcox says, this earth plane is a penal colony. We've all been brought here to do time. And we're all doing time. So fortunately we have Joel Goldsmith, who taught us that there is no time and that we can rise above just within our spiritual self and ignore the human body. Not ignore it in that we don't take care of it, but that we know that that isn't all there is. This is not who I am. This is simply a vehicle that I am getting around in and taking care of and doing maintenance on and doing the oil change and getting new tires when I need them. But Kathy put something on the table that she had found years ago, I guess, and it's very, very wonderful. We were talking so much last night or yesterday. I don't know what time it is, but anyway, regarding a saying that she had found, and it's Jesus' words. And this is translated from a writing in the British Museum. And it says, this manuscript, which was found in, I can't pronounce this place in Egypt, Oxyrhynchus, I guess, on the back side of a land surveyor's list of measurements. And it was very old. It is in a case which is chained to a table in the British Museum, and there's more coming. I was told that we stop as Infinite Way students using the word transformation, or the words that different people use for death, and we say, oh, she made her transition. And for a long time, Virginia I have talked to her. It was a long time ago, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe 10. That she mentioned to me that she planned on translating, not transitioning. The difference is you simply dissolve into the universe. Many, many yogis have done this, where when they die, there is no body left there. I'm just being told to say this. A few months ago, some Buddhists brought relics into Sedona. Maybe they've brought them where you're near too. And these relics are little tiny capsules of the actual little teeny weeny, the size of a pea, body of these different Buddhist, Hindus, yogis who have translated. And they've captured these, and I didn't think too much of any of that. I just went because people were going and you could meditate there. And I did go in and experience. Has anyone else in the class seen any of these or been to any of these? Cleveland had them. Well, if any of you read years ago there was a series of 7, the Masters of the Far East, and all of, and in there they discuss translating. Anyway, I spent a couple hours there meditating and going. They have a ritual where they ring a bell and you go around this circle. They're in the middle of the room usually, and there's a whole little traditional ritual that goes on, and several of the monks and nuns are there. And in the silence, everyone is in the silence. They leave their shoes off and go in. And I did find when I entered, there was an incredible presence of, I don't even want to say silence, I want to say soul. And I don't know why that's coming, but I want to say presence of soul. And there were probably 40 of them, maybe 50. And some were just simply pieces of hair, and that's all that had been left. And they're real. It's in resin or something that they've got these little things in, and they were the names of all the different yogis through many, many thousands of years that they have preserved these, and they have translated. They simply left. Some of them left a toenail, some of them left hair. There were funny little, I can't remember all of them, but I thought, and some of them were whole little bodies, teeny weeny, you couldn't even see them hardly. And so I don't know why yes. We are to think higher and bigger than we've been thinking. We need to start understanding that there's so much more to this message than what we've been dealing in. Consciousness is expanding to understand clearer and clearer that we're not this clay body as this little paper that Kathy brought in. It's time that we stop sitting like baby birds with our mouths open being fed. It is time that we walk into our spiritual adulthood and take more I'm getting magic. That's not the word, though. Responsibility, accountability. We're not, the time of us sitting before teachers like baby birds, about 10 years ago, I was told the time of that type of teacher is coming to an end, with the exception of those new people coming up. But those of us who've been on this path, many in here, 40 years, I've been 40, Kathy's been 50, 60, we must stop being baby birds with our mouths open. We must, as this is called, wings. I don't know why it's called wings. Another it showed up on my computer, and I heard Bergamo. So I made copies for everyone, went over them, been taking them in. But it is time that we take, there it is, dominion. How many times has Joel used that word? Take dominion. Does that mean over this physical body? No, it means take dominion over our spirit self. Forget this. Forget this. It's irrelevant. We are to take up our wings. We are to, oh my God. We are to take up our wings, and we are to stop fussing over this nonsense of this little spirit, this little material. It's irrelevant. It's the cocoon, as this said, of the caterpillar. Wow, that was Richard Bach. What the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls the butterfly. Would we just stop with the cocoon, please? Can we just see the butterfly? And as Virginia said to me, stay fluid. Stop tying yourself with more chains. Destroy your old belief systems. Learn to be real. What's real? Spirit is real. Spirit self. Take dominion and learn to love. A butterfly is pouring love whether anyone sees it or not. There's how many butterflies do you think are out there flying around that no one even sees? In the Amazon, in India, where of these big, huge blue ones. Have you seen those big ones that are almost moths, I think, in the butterfly museums? They are colorful whether anyone ever looks at them. The flowers keep giving whether anyone ever sees them or not. The trees keep leafing whether we see them or not. But those of us who do, we say, thank you. Oh, wow. Spirit self, glorifying God in all the ways. So take up your wings and forget transforming. Start translating into that spirit self being that we are. And in the meantime, we see each other, we touch each other, we hold each other in this plane, on this penal colony that we are on. We're all doing time here. We will not do time in spirit self. It is timeless. It simply keeps the airlines on time down here. Keeps things organized. Can you imagine if we didn't have that? The chaos, until we move into that spirit translating self. See the body for what it is. Have you ever gone by a junkyard where the cars are all piled up, rusting? Some people dig graves. Some people put the carcass on a burial and burn it. Some we some cremate. No difference. From earth it comes, earth it goes back. Stop fretting over the carcass. For you are always moving in the direction that you are thinking about. Do you spend your days thinking about the vehicle? Or do you spend your days seeing the butterflies and the flowers and the birds and the wind and the sun and God appearing in every form, even these beautiful temples that we have? But the real temple is within. We are always moving in the direction that we are thinking about. Are we thinking about God or not God? Percentage of the day. Are we in God or not God? I know where I am. A lot of the times, the not God, the not now, as the world tries to creep in. Let's transform, let's transition, and let's translate. Translate every material thing into spiritual. Are you looking around you enough? Are you seeing what is here? God's grace. We are in the Garden of Eden. We just keep stepping out of it. Judgment keeps us out of the garden. And when we lay the judgment down and we catch ourselves, forgive me, Father. Bang! Back into the garden we are. We are discerning, but not judging of good and evil. We come home to Spirit Self. We stop being Adam and Eve. And we come home to Spirit Self, to grace, to the kingdom of God within, to the Garden of Eden, where we were meant to live until we decided to judge. And yes, in this plane, under no condition am I saying to let go of the physical disciplines that work for us as we are in this form. In fact, more so, the more Spirit Self we become, the more disciplined we become with our meditation, with our food, with where we take ourselves, with our activities, with when we are in the airports or in the marketplace. Are we seeing God? Or are we seeing the cocoon? Oh, there it is. From now on, am I seeing the butterfly in each and every cocoon that's walking around in that market? Maybe that is a good way to understand seeing through the appearances. Looking at the cocoon again. There's that cocoon. Sure got me fooled. But I know because the Master said every knee will bend. I hope mine bends a little better, by the way. But anyway, every knee will bend. This is going to work for me. I don't know if it will for you. Every cocoon I see, let me know that inside that cocoon is that butterfly, all gnarled up, some more tight than others, not ready yet. It's okay. Eternity is timeless. It doesn't matter when your son wakes up. It doesn't matter if your grandchildren come in awake or not. It doesn't matter if they pass. It does not matter. Notice the word matter. It's just matter. We don't know when they are in the cocoon. We don't know when their time is to fly out. Like when my mother was in Alzheimer's for years and years, way longer than most. A child. And I used to go and sit by her bedside, and the only time it was pleasant was when she was sleeping. And her little smile would come on her face. The rest of the time, she was in appearance of agony. And she would even bite me. And I had to sit and watch. And I didn't have that cocoon image then, but I knew I was to see through the appearance. And the voice said to me when I would say, why can't she go? Why can't she move on? Why is she being held on the earth plane? Is there some amends I still need to make to this lady? And the voice said loud and clear, what makes you think it is any of your business? We have our contract, none of your business. Is it any of your business when your loved ones come out of their cocoon, or do they have their contract with God? Or the people next door? Or the animal? When your animal, I went through the loss of my little Chihuahua, who was little Buddha. Recently I tried to get another one. I went outside myself and said, I think I need a little more love